Why is everything so aggressive today?
It's just an aggressive type of day.
I'm telling you.
Everything's aggressive now.
Everything's aggressive.
Oh my gosh, as soon as I said that, my microphone was aggressive. Did you hear that?
I did. It was like snap.
Yeah.
My car made a very loud popping sound from underneath today, and I said, oh shit, that's aggressive.
I'm sure.
Hang in there, Bessie.
I'm sure that's a great sign.
I'm going to ignore it until I can't.
Yeah. Well, everything's aggressive.
That's how I roll. All right. So, part 2. What?
You gotta say welcome back.
I don't have to say shit. I'm just kidding. You
were the one who got on me.
You already said it. So
no, I didn't.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Especially Tim. You're back now, I think. Maybe. Yeah.
Because Lent is over?
Yeah, Lent's over. He's definitely back. About time, Tim. Damn.
Yeah, really.
Welcome back to the Ghosty Girls. I'm Alicia.
I'm Christina.
Don't be aggressive. Don't be aggressive.
Yeah. Don't be aggressive.
Or do. We don't give a shit. Okay, part 2. You guys ready for more of this Dalia Dippolito?
Yeah.
AKA Delilah. Just a recap of last week's episode. We're talking about Michael and Dalia Dippolito.
AKA Delilah.
AKA Delilah. I'm just going to do that every time. Love someone tonight. Long story long. They are a married couple who have both had some issues with the law. Mm-hmm. And for the past few months, someone has been trying to frame Mike, even though he has totally cleaned up his life. Mm-hmm. Dalia went down to the police station to answer a few questions, and that's where we left off.
Okay.
I highly recommend listening to that episode first, just to get the whole backstory.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, I'm pretty much going to retell the whole story in this one, just with some twists and turns. Sort of. I don't know. If you haven't or don't want to, whatever.
So the last episode we left off where he was shot and killed. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and they took Dalia to the
police station and she's being interrogated.
Yep.
Asked questions, whatever.
Yep. But I'm going to be Blockbuster and rewind a little bit.
Okay. Be kind.
Starting now.
Rewind.
Yes.
Remember
half
that?
of these people don't even know what that is. That was an actual job, wasn't it, at Blockbuster? People would sit there and rewind tapes.
Probably.
Starting the rewind now. So as you know, Michael spent time in jail for fraud and owed over $200,000 in restitutions.
Yeah. And Dalia was helping him, right? Well,
yeah.
In theory.
Yeah. We're going to find out more about that. Dalia had a few businesses of her own, and she offered to give the $91,000 that she had saved to Michael towards his restitutions. Mm-hmm. Now, Michael, from his previous crimes, had actually stashed away enough cash to pay back the restitutions in his safety security box, but he was kind of hoarding it. He was only sending small checks. I know, shitty.
Oh.
But don't be mad at him.
That is real shitty, though.
Mm-hmm. But Dalia was like, listen.
And he was accepting help from her, knowing that he had the money.
Well, yes and no, because she was like, listen, you have enough money to pay this back. I have 91 grand. So let's put it together and pay all this back, essentially.
Oh, so she knew that he had enough to pay it back?
Yeah. And she said to him, just wait. She said, listen, okay, spoiler alert. Dalia is a piece of shit. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. So she said, hey, give me your money and I'm going to put it in one account. And then once we have enough, I'm going to wire it to your lawyer.
Never have a joint account with anyone else.
It wasn't.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't a joint account. It was just hers.
Don't ever give your money to anyone else. Thank you and goodbye.
Period. So Michael would give Dalia increments of $10,000 or a little bit less, weekly or bi-weekly, until the full amount was in her account.
Oh my God, I hate that idea.
I know. And they did those increments because that really wouldn't be flagged by the FBI. So anything under $10,000, I think, is not a red flag. But
these people.
I know. So she told Michael once all of the money was owed. She told Michael once all of the money owed was in the account, she would wire it to the lawyer so that they could be free of the restitutions, and he would also be off of probation once he paid it all back. So remember, he had like 26 years of probation, but stipulation once he paid all his
he would be off
restitutions
the
back.
probation.
Yeah.
That's so wild to me that somebody would actually trust someone enough to handle that for them. Like, maybe I'm just a very untrustworthy. Maybe I am just a not trusting type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd trust anybody to do that for me. Like,
I know I said this last episode, but Michael's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
yeah.
Like, he's just one of those, like, sure, whatever type people.
Which is why we are here today.
They're married at this point, too, though. So, like, you should be able to trust your spouse in his mind. He's, like, Italian, you know? You trust your spouse.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but yeah, okay.
Yep. So they moved forward with that plan, and as you know from the last episode, Dalia wired it to the lawyer, but the lawyer never received it. Dalia claimed that because she sent it through an offshore account, it took longer to move.
Which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why?
No.
Okay.
Eventually, the money was again wired to the lawyer, but shockingly, it did not go through again.
Wow.
Michael and his lawyer, of course, became concerned. Michael didn't have a lot of time to really think about it, though, because this is when he began getting calls and visits from his probation officer. Again, I'm rewinding a lot.
Yeah.
They had received tips that he was doing and dealing drugs, and his probation officer, per what Michael said, found nothing supporting these claims.
Right.
But the claims kept coming. His car was searched when he and Dalia were leaving a staycation at the Ritz-Carlton. Again, nothing was found. A few days later, he was getting gas in his car and found 2 small bags of drugs by his gas cap. You remember?
Yep.
He said nothing and threw them away. A week later, another anonymous tip came in about his car. But this time, when the police searched it, their drug-sniffing dog alerted to the area of the spare tire. Michael had a mental breakdown right there on the spot, and the officers knew and could tell that he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, again.
And he didn't even know how to get into that space, right?
He didn't even know how to get to the tire.
Yeah.
And
that's such an odd place to put drugs if you're hiding drugs, right?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a drug mule, so I wouldn't know.
Same. I mean, I'm a Pokemon card mule.
And she is.
Bang, bang, catch them all.
She hides them up her butt.
And around the corner. I actually do, like, feel bad for Michael. Because he's, at this point, he really is trying to do everything right. Like, he's like, you know what? You're right. Let me pay these restitutions off. He sent the money to pay off his restitutions. He's trying to put everything that he did wrong in the past.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, like, in his mind.
Yeah.
He really is doing everything right.
The only thing that I don't like is the fact that he has all of the money to pay it all off and he's not.
Right. And that was shitty. That was shitty.
Why would you not want to be off probation? Like, I'd be like, oh my God, please, like, just fucking take all of the money. I don't want to be on probation anymore. Like, probation sucks.
Honestly, I think, like, in my mind, he probably stashed it away in case when he was on probation and stuff that he couldn't find a job. Now, remember, he started his own marketing company and it had finally taken off. So he had a steady income at this point. So he could afford to make his own savings and didn't, like, have to live off of stolen money, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, that's kind of why it was done. Like, I don't think he was intentionally being shitty. I think he was like, shit, I'm not going to be able to live if I don't, like,
that was like his
this.
nest egg, yeah.
Just in case, yeah. But again, who knows?
I suppose I'll give him a pass.
I guess, yeah. All right, at this point, Michael, again, not the sharpest tool in the shed, began to realize that his problems really began when he married Dalia.
You don't say.
What? So he actually mentioned this to her, and she was furious that he said this. At this point, they were on their way back from the time that the cops, you get it, you know.
Yeah, they were coming back from the Ritz-Carlton, and he accused her of...
Not the Ritz-Carlton. This is with the...
this was another time.
This was the second time when they actually found drugs.
Oh, yeah. And didn't he, like, turn to her and be like, are you the one that's reporting me? Like, what the fuck?
Correct. Next day at breakfast, she told him she was pregnant. Spoiler alert, she wasn't. But
he didn't say that in the last one.
No, but this is a spoiler alert for moving forward.
Okay.
She really wasn't pregnant. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They were again in love, though, and expecting this tiny little baby in Michael's mind.
Hold up, though. I thought that she had gone to the doctor and gotten ultrasound pics and all that stuff. No? Were they fake?
Mm-hmm.
Stop. She got fake ultrasound pictures?
I don't know if she actually ever showed him the ultrasound pictures or if they were fake. I don't know.
But she said that she had gone to the doctor and all that. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay.
She would actually, and I don't think I really touched on this in here, but she would have like her ex-lovers like call her when she was with Michael and say like, hey, it's Dr. So-and-so. You didn't show up for your appointment. I'm just checking to make sure you're feeling okay.
What?
What
men are agreeing to do this?
Idiots. Stupid idiots.
God.
I'll get into, remember that name I said last episode to remember? Michael Stanley. We'll get back into him too.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, other than him, Dalia had some friends in low places, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And by friends, I mean lovers and ex-lovers. See, we're going to get into it now. Now, remember, she is technically a madame with her own team of bitches. Enter to the chat, Dalia's friend, Mohammed. And I am not exactly sure how Dalia and Mohammed met, but from what I gathered, Mohammed...
Maybe he was a client?
Possibly. He owned several convenience stores, and...
That's who she bought her cigs from.
Yeah. It was either convenient or a clothing store. I don't know. He owned several stores. We're going to say convenience stores. That's what I have written.
Okay.
When she went in to grab a snack or something, they instantly became friends. I read that in one source. The other source said something different. So I don't know, but they had known each other a long time.
Okay.
Like way before she met Michael.
Okay.
She did, however, of course, continue the sexy, we'll say friendship with benefits with Mohammed after she and him, Mohammed, were both married. Yeah. Dalia and Mohammed were so close that during the time she was married to Michael, Mohammed actually called Dalia and said, hey, my credit is shit. Can you please co-sign a loan so I can buy a car? And she was like, I'll do you one better, Bill. I'll just pay for it in cash since you're such an amazing friend. Remember that money that she got from Michael?
Oh, no.
She went out and bought him a Range Rover with Michael's money, his restitution money.
Oh, my God.
That's where it went, along with nails, tans, extensions, and other shit for herself. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This bitch.
I know. So once Michael and the lawyer realized that the money was probably never making it, Dalia actually, they approached Dalia, and she actually was embarrassed and told them how embarrassed she was because she had lost the money in a spend money to make money scheme, if you will.
A scheme.
Now, we all know this isn't true, but Michael forgave her and actually told her, oh, honey, I'm so proud of you for coming clean.
What?
And admitting that you lost the money. Let's move forward. I mean, he must have really loved her, honestly. I would have lost my shit.
That's grounds for some divorce right there, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
Yes.
In the words of Big Worm.
Playing with my chilies is playing with my emotions. You tell me I'm getting chilies and then I don't get it. Mm-mm.
This is true. She'll cut you.
I'll pull Dalia on you. And you'll know what that means shortly. Okay, so now we all know what really happened to the money, and we're starting to see the true side of Dalia, right? After Dalia gave Mohammed the Range Rover, she was still pissed that Michael thought she had anything to do with the drugs.
God forbid.
I know.
It's crazy.
I mean,
how dare he accuse her of doing something that she actually did?
What? She did just spend all of his money and lie.
Yeah.
But she was the one who was mad.
Yeah.
How does that make sense? It doesn't.
Well, he was rude for that.
Yeah. Stupid assholes all around.
Yeah. This story is full of idiocracy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Great movie, P.S.
Oh my God. Yeah.
If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it.
Yeah. Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Yep. Great movie.
Who else says that every time you walk into a Costco? Me.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Now I got to watch that movie again. What was that? The drink that they had?
Oh,
I want to call it Slurm, but that's from Futurama.
No, it's like something with a B, right? Blammo or Brawno? Brawno, it's good for plants or something like
Brawnos. You want me to put toilet water on the plants?
You mean like water out of the toilet?
You drink that? Man, he drinks toilet water. Something. That's not the quote, but it's close.
Yeah, it is.
Anywho. So Dalia, as we know, I should say, did her best to get Michael arrested. She, another spoiler alert, was the one who also planted the drugs and had her ex-boyfriend, remember Michael Stanley, we're going to call him Mike for differential purposes.
Mm-hmm.
He actually was the one that called in several of the tips to Michael's parole officer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Since Michael really was trying to live his best life at the time and clean himself up, Dalia decided it would be best if he were just gone. Right here, I'm going to quote Miss Annie Elise and say, if you feel like this, just get a divorce.
Yeah.
Right? Don't murder people. Just get a divorce.
Well, I mean, even if she would have gotten a divorce, she still would have gotten some money out of it.
Yeah. 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 I mean, she already had all of his money.
Yeah.
Think about that. It gets worse. But wait, there's more. Dalia wanted to make sure all of Michael's assets were in her name, so they would go to her if she was able to eventually get him arrested. So what does she do? Calls her ex again, Mike Stanley, and asks him to pretend to be a lawyer friend of hers. These two have never met, and Michael has no idea if this random person calling him is even an actual lawyer. He just says, hey, I'm Dalia's friend. I'm a lawyer. Right?
Okay.
So,
I'm going to need to check your credentials, sir.
Yeah. So, Michael, God bless him. God bless his stupid little heart. He did not bother to dial star 69 after the call or anything. He just took this dude's word that he was a legit lawyer. So, first, Mike said Michael needed to send him money, which will then earn more money to help get his restitution paid down quicker.
Are you kidding?
How this makes sense, I don't even know, but Michael was like, sure, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Come no.
Now,
if this is a joke.
Well, listen,
you're making this up.
Remember.
Because no one can be this clueless. I don't want to say stupid because no one can be this clueless.
Yeah. Michael served time in prison for running the same freaking, excuse my French, scam on people. I'm trying to not cuss this much.
What? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's dumb, but okay.
He didn't even recognize the scheme that was being pulled on him. I can't. Yes, I tried it again. Scheme.
This story should be a movie.
Yeah, but I don't want to give Dalia any credit.
Well, no, but it's...
He was in prison for running these scams. I don't know. When I heard this, I was literally facepalming. I mean, this is where you would facepalm unless you're driving. Don't worry, there's going to be more opportunities to facepalm anyway. Mike doubled down and also convinced Michael to put his house in Dalia's name.
Come on.
Yeah. Here's another facepalm opportunity. Dalia took the money that Michael sent Mike and opened an offshore account with it and then celebrated because she is now the owner of the house that she sold to Michael and got the bonus off of. For free.
Oh my God. So the scammer himself is getting scammed. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I mean,
how the terms have tabled.
Karma is a biatch.
I'm saying, we say this a lot, but karma always finds you. It might take decades.
Yep.
But she gonna find you.
She gonna find you and beat your ass.
She always does.
Yep.
Karma is a bitch.
Yeah. I don't know. But after this, so this guy Mike did all this stuff for Dalia, right? And it wasn't good enough. She still wanted Michael out of the picture. She could have just sold the house and like moved away, but
yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, and Mike, she ghosted him. She was like, "I'm done with you," and just stopped texting. She stopped texting him.
Well, because he had served his purpose.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I do.
Once you serve your purpose to a narcissist, they don't have any use for you anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just how it works.
Yep. So, Dalia started trying to get people to kill Michael. Right?
Sorry, you just said that so casually. Like it's just like it's just another day that ends in Y.
Another day with Dalia Dum Dippolito. So she decided to visit her friend Muhammad. She, of course, told him this huge sob story about how terrible Michael was and he had roid rage and she needed a gun for protection. Muhammad was like, bro, no, I'm not giving you a gun. You're fucking insane.
Wow, someone actually like stepped up to her and was like, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when he said no, he wasn't going to give her a gun, she said, oh, can you just take care of the problem? AKA, can you just like off him?
Wow.
I know. So Muhammad, he was a shady character, but at least he had some morals because he was
had
like,
some integrity, yeah.
No, bitch, no.
Oh my God.
I know. So again, this really should be a movie. You're right. So she was in one of his stores when she was talking to him about it, and guess who overheard her?
An undercover cop?
No, a man named Larry Coe, who just happened to be a member of the Buck Wild gang.
I'm sorry, the what gang?
Buck Wild gang.
Stop.
No. That's the BWG, if you know what I'm saying. So the Buck Wild gang was known in the area, and they were actually linked to a lot of criminal activity. It's not a good kind of gang. You're still on that? The Buck Wild. Let's get Buck Wild gang.
You guys can't see me, but I'm sitting here literally face palming.
Yeah, I told you there's so many opportunities to face palm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Larry, again, the Buck Wild gang, approached Dalia as she was talking to Muhammad. He introduced himself and offered the services of his gang to take care of Michael for her.
Just hold up for 1 second.
Okay.
These people are just casually talking about killing someone in a convenience store with people walking around buying Slim Jims and shit.
Yeah.
Make this make sense, because this doesn't.
Listen.
How is this real life?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm interjecting a lot. This is the story.
Why do you think I did this story? Because I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Story
Who?
is
huh?
Real crazy.
It's stupid, but fun, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, so of course Dalia was thrilled. Muhammad was like, "Whoa, listen up here, sis. That's like an actual gang. Like once you hire them for anything, there is no turning back."
Yeah, and you're probably going to be in debt to them forever.
Right. So Dalia shrugged and went outside to talk with Larry and a couple of his counterparts outside on the street. Because that's also a safe place to talk about murdering someone, right?
So these people that she's never met before, she trusts them enough to handle this for her.
There's more.
All right.
Just wait.
All right.
So she gave them her address.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
Just wait. Negotiated a few different prices and then got in their car and rode with them to her home. Yeah. 30 minutes later, Mohammed was shocked. Why was he shocked? Because the car actually shows back up in front of the store and Dalia gets into her car and leaves. He thought for sure Dalia was a goner because that's how bad the Buck Wild gang actually is. Once Dalia drove away, Larry walked into the store and told Mohammed that bitch was crazy.
You think?
This is a person in a gang who like a serious gang.
If a gang member calls you crazy, you might be crazy.
Just a little. So Larry explained that Michael's home was covered with cameras and there is absolutely no way anyone could get in there to pull any kind of crime, especially murdering someone off.
Yeah.
Larry also joked to Mohammed that Dalia had offered up his Range Rover as a form of payment.
What?
Yes, the car that she recently purchased for him.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I know. So Mohammed, again, has common sense. He took that as a threat since Dalia would more than likely be soliciting others since what are they called? Since the Buck Wild gang wouldn't take her seriously.
Right.
So he sold his car and got a different one, which was smart.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. At this point, Michael had liposuction on his back. I think I said that in the last episode.
Yeah.
He was still recovering. That's like a long recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Dalia figured she would just do it herself, right? Nobody is taking the offer. She's just going to do it herself. Being the amazing, caring wife she is. Over the next few days, Dalia would head out, and after running errands, trying to get Michael killed, she would bring him home his normal chai latte from Starbucks. Call back to last episode. It was super thoughtful of her, except the fact that she laced these lattes with antifreeze. Right? So poor Michael is recovering but can't catch a break because now he has sores in his mouth and also has explosive diarrhea. Remember last episode? It was her causing this.
Yeah. And antifreeze is it's sweet. So it's I mean, if you're going to
don't tell people.
It's already out there.
I know.
I mean, it's that's why people do it.
Gross.
They really need to like throw some kind of an extra taste into it now.
Like a
right?
crap taste, yeah. Especially for pets, like cats.
Oh yeah,
love it.
They do because it's very sweet. Yeah, there's been a lot of cases where people have like put it in a Coke or
yeah,
because you cannot. I mean, not that I know from experience, but you can't taste it apparently.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Mensa murder?
No.
I'll cover that one.
The Mensa murder.
Yeah.
It involves antifreeze.
I don't know if it's antifreeze, but it involves a Coke bottle. So.
Oh.
That's actually a really good one. It's pretty cool. Let me not digress anymore.
So it wasn't enough to kill him. He just got really sick.
Right.
Okay.
So over a couple of days, she would bring him this chai latte, and all it did was cause him to have ulcers in his mouth, probably his throat, and then again, give him serious GI issues.
Which is awful if you're recovering from a surgery, especially that's by your abdomen.
His back.
Yeah.
It's like his glove handles. I know. So now Dalia is super frustrated because she just can't.
Like, damn, why won't this guy die?
I know. She can't do anything right. She can't get rid of her damn husband. Dalia, in her frustration, reached back out to Muhammad as a friend for support. And he agreed to meet her.
Muhammad, I'm just really upset. I can't
just
kill
need to
this
talk
guy.
To somebody. He won't die.
I need your advice.
So he knew at this point she could flip on him any minute and blame him for anything.
Yeah, because she's out here trying to kill motherfuckers.
Right. And her name was on that Range Rover too. And that could be considered payment. You know, think about that. And Muhammad, again, he's
But I thought he sold it.
He did, but her name was still on it before he sold it. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. How could he? There's a whole transfer of title thing that you need to. How did this happen?
She bought it and then gave it to him, transferred the title to him.
So then her name wasn't on the car then?
Well, she bought it. So her name was on the car. In his mind, the cops would be like, well, she just gave this guy a Range Rover. So that was a form of payment, which means he probably killed her husband.
Oh, okay. I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think I said that right.
Yeah.
So essentially, Muhammad was like, shit, I don't want to be traced to her at all.
Right.
So when Dalia arrived, she hopped in Muhammad's car and just cried to him about how she needed Michael gone.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad, at some point, and I want to say they were at a convenience store, like a gas station, he got out of the car for a minute. Either like maybe he had to pee or get a drink
or a Slim Jim.
Yeah, just needed to get away from the fucking crazy ass bitch that was in his car.
Mm-hmm.
When he came back, Dalia figured it was her turn to take a break and was like, oh, I got to get something out of my car. So she walked to her car, sat in her car, got back out of her car and walked back over to Muhammad's. Muhammad was like, that's weird. And again, they had been friends for a long time. Thank God this man has common sense. He saw the red flag. He checked his glove compartment where he keeps his gun and realized it was gone.
Uh-oh, Spadudios.
Dalia stole his gun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So when she got back in the car, he was like, bitch, no. First of all, you're an idiot. That's my gun. It's got my fingerprints on it. How do you know there wasn't some major crime that happened with that gun and now it has your fingerprints on it?
Yeah.
Like, come on, give it back. This is stupid. We're not doing this.
I would have fucked with her and been like, joke's on you because I done killed somebody with that gun. Now your prints are on it. Now
I just called the cops. It's in your car.
Yeah.
So she actually gave it back to him. She apologized and she just blamed it.
I'm sorry for stealing from you.
I'm sorry. I'm just so frustrated. Yeah. So Muhammad realized that essentially Dalia was setting it up that like fingers were going to be pointing at him. Right? Mm-hmm. She tried to take his gun. His fingerprints are on that. Then he's thinking back to like the car. Like she already has a payment for him. Like she already paid him by giving him a car. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So he did the smartest thing you're going to hear in this whole entire story. And he went to the police.
Good.
Yeah. Now we all know I have trouble saying Boynton Beach.
I think it's Boynton. Yeah.
Boynton Beach. So I'm going to call them the BBPD.
Okay.
From this point on. Just so I don't have to say
Brazilian butt lift PD.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, the police were like, who are you? Mohammed? Just kidding, we don't care. Let's get this bitch. And with that, Mohammed was given paperwork to sign that basically stated he would be an informant.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, they took his car, wired it with cameras, wired it with audio, and set up a sting operation.
Ooh, that's fun.
And this is a sting operation of a lifetime. Get ready. Okay, this is where it starts to get fun. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mohammed was given a script, and luckily, he had acting experience. He was in a show before, or like a movie or something. He played a bad guy.
Did you make that up?
No, he really was.
Oh my God. This story's so crazy.
Yeah,
I thought you were joking.
No, he was an actor in a show. He was hired.
What?
So yeah, he was an actor who tried to make it big, and then I guess it was tough, so he just opened convenience stores. Yeah, I mean, he was doing pretty good for himself at this point, though.
Fuck?
I told you, this story's all over the fucking place.
Okay.
And I have ADD, so I'm making it even more all over the place. But that's fine. You guys hopefully are sticking with me. So Mohammed called Dalia and told her, hey, bitch, I actually found someone to off Michael.
Verbatim.
Just kidding. She was thrilled and asked who, what, when, where, why, when can it be done? And Mohammed said, listen, I'm going to give you the information, but you have to meet me because he needs $3,000 as a down payment and a photo of Mike. And Dalia was like, yeah, bet. Let's do it. So she met Mohammed again to get all the details in the same parking lot or convenience store or whatever that they met at last time.
Oh.
Yep. So Mohammed organized with the police and made sure to tell them not to place the wiring close to his weenus, if you will.
What?
Because Dalia usually grabbed it within the first few minutes of the meeting.
Wait a minute. What?
Another facepalm moment for everyone. You're
what?
welcome. Yeah, you heard it.
What?
I guess she'd be like, oh, hey, Bill. And then like rub his.
Yeah, that's
peeps.
exactly how I greet my friends. I go into their car and then rub their crotch. What the fuck?
Again, facepalms. Facepalms every other sentence. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
So the police, his car and stuff was already wired, but they also wired Mohammed, but just not close to his dick. The police also placed a few undercover officers with surveillance around the parking lot. Dalia shows up as planned, hopped into Mohammed's car, and they began discussing details. The police immediately ran Dalia's tags because no one actually knew her actual address, which is weird. I mean,
that is weird.
Whatever. So now there was a recording of her meeting with Mohammed, but the audio is super grainy. So I'm just going to do my best to explain what they said. Mohammed asked Dalia if she just wants Michael's money. And she said, oh no, it's not about the money. Michael would come after her and take all of her money and assets, such as his own house, were my thoughts. Mohammed wanted to make sure Dalia knew that hiring a hitman is essentially signing a contract. Once you pay him, even a down payment, you hired him. He made sure to ask her several times if she was sure she wanted to take this man's life. Wow. Dalia did not hesitate and was actually thrilled that they were having this conversation. Then Mohammed asked her if she actually offered his Range Rover as payment to Larry. She said yes, but she wasn't serious about actually giving them the car. She also gave them other options of payment as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Finally, Mohammed asked her if Mike's family would know that she was in on his murder when they found out he was killed. She said, oh no, I'm a sweet and innocent girl. No one would ever connect me to murdering my husband.
Right.
What a bitch. Mohammed told her that he would organize the next meeting that would be with the hitman directly. He again told her how serious.
It's so serious. Oh, so serious.
He again told her how serious this was, but she left his car with a smile on her stupid ass face.
Wow.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
I'm ready.
August 1st, 2009. Dalia had a meeting with the hitman, but she wanted to meet with Mohammed first. So, guess where they met?
The convenience store parking lot.
Across the street at Chili's.
No.
Yeah, they had chips and salsa. I don't know if they actually had chips and salsa.
I'm sure they did because it's free.
Who doesn't have chips and salsa at Chili's? It's not free if you're not a Chili's Rewards member.
Oh. Okay. Well.
So guys, sign up to be a Chili's Rewards member and get your free chips and salsa. Not sponsored, but would like to be. Anywho. Yeah, they met at Chili's, and the police actually planned that too. They wired, what's his face? Mohammed, because I forgot his name that quick. They wired Mohammed for this conversation, and they actually tried to get a video in there as well, but their equipment just didn't work.
Wow.
So they couldn't get any of that. And they were like, you know what? We're not going to mess with it anymore because it's more important to get her talking with the hitman.
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, that's where Chili's ties in.
That's crazy.
I know, it's got all of our favorite things. Okay,
it really does.
One of our favorite things, Chili's. So after her meeting at Chili's with a full tummy of chips and salsa, I don't even have that written, but it needs to go in there.
It does, yeah.
Dalia arrived at the parking lot that Muhammad told her to, and she found the red sedan that her soon-to-be hitman was in. Of course, this car was loaded with cameras, audio, and an undercover police agent whose name was Witty Jean.
Witty Jean?
Witty Jean, W-I-D-Y, Witty Jean.
All right.
So he's an undercover cop pretending to be a hitman.
Okay.
Dalia told Witty she wanted her husband dead and offered less money than what he was asking. Another facepalm, anyone?
Wow.
Yeah. This was not Witty's first rodeo, though. He knew how to get her comfortable. As soon as she walked up to the car and even opened the door, he was like, damn, girl, you look good. And you know narcissists, they play right into that.
Yeah. So
her guard was down. In her mind, she was going to be able to use her body to manipulate him and get what she wanted. All right, I've said enough. Here's a clip of them talking in the car.
Okay.
I may skip a little bit here and there for the sake of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell all of the listeners, if you have trouble hearing it, the clip will also be linked in the show notes. All right, here we go.
He's lowballing. The price is low.
All right, so I'm cutting this from somebody else's video. So he's lowballing her. Like, he's basically giving her a very good price, right?
Okay.
So then this bitch actually tries to get it cheaper.
So she's negotiating a murder.
Yeah.
What
Got it.
she's really saying is she doesn't want to use that language. She wants to talk in code.
Like how soon could you do it?
I could do it Wednesday morning at the house because
she said, how soon can you do it? And he said, Wednesday morning at your house.
I was looking at newspapers here. There's been a lot of burglaries in this area. All right, it's not uncommon for someone to break into a house. And then, he gets two in the head. That's it. I take a couple things with me, break a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad. It's all over. I'm gone out of there.
Okay, so essentially he's going to make it look like a robbery, give him two in the head, and then go from there.
Face, nothing. But I give you maybe 1 or 2 days, but I'll be in contact with you. You know what I mean? When it's all done, and then I get paid. Because I don't know how well you handle pressure. You understand? I don't know how, because I don't want...
No, I'm not going to, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see me and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. But I'm not.
You are. You're beautiful.
Thank you, but
You're beautiful.
Okay, so you gave me the backhand how much you paid me.
What do you say back on the
Okay, when it's all done, I was going to get $3,000 from you today, and $3,000 when it's all done.
Right.
Since I'm going to collect all of it at once, just throw in maybe $1,000 more. $1,000 or $2,000. Okay, do 700 or 800,000. What's this done?
Just 7, is that okay?
Okay, 7 cash.
7,000 is what he said.
Between now and when it's done, you're not going to have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, I'm talking to him.
There's no changing. No, there's no, I'm determined already. I'm positive, 5,000% sure. With me, you're not going to have a problem. You're not going to have an issue. You know what I mean? Nothing of nothing.
Okay. Do you go jogging in the morning? You go to the gym in the morning?
I was going to the gym, yeah. I mean, if I go tomorrow, it's not going to look weird or anything. Okay. I go to the gym on a regular basis.
All right, Wednesday morning, go to the gym.
All right. Around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he always walks the dog in the morning.
Okay.
And he walks the dog across, over where the lake is, and our door is always unlocked.
I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning.
So I'm going to pause it right there and say that she actually, I read in one of the sources that she actually looked at one of the cameras like 17 different times in the car, like looked directly at it. She actually looked at one of the undercover cameras 17 times.
And she still didn't know that she was being recorded.
I want to say she's also an idiot. Or maybe this was one big setup. Just kidding. She's an idiot. Here we go.
Thanks so much. I guess.
You're here from
I'll hear from you.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye.
So she's leaving the car. She said, thanks so much. I guess I'll hear from you. And he goes, you're beautiful.
Ew.
Just to secure more, like...
Gross.
I'm glad we got through that together, guys. Sorry. So the episode on Angela Simpson, remember how you said you had a quote that really stuck out to you? And it was like, oops, if he wasn't. Well, this one, I had a quote that stuck out with me, and it was, I'm 5,000% sure. She's 5,000% sure she wants her husband dead.
That's a very, very distinct number. That's what am I trying to say?
5,000.
Oh, what is the word I'm looking for? That's a very specific number.
Yeah. Very specific.
5,000%. I'm going to start saying that. I am 5,000% sure.
Yes. I'm tougher. I'm not some little girl. I'm tougher than I look.
Yeah.
I know I'm cute, but Dalia hired Whitty again. Undercover cop as a hitman. And she is 5,000% sure she wants Michael dead.
Got it.
She tried to get Whitty to take him out after he took the money out of the bank. So the part that you didn't hear in that was she actually was like, hey, you'll get more money if you kill him Wednesday morning when he's leaving the bank, because he's going to go take out a bunch of money. Oh. So you could just kill him and take the money, and then we can be done.
And then it'll look like a robbery too. So okay.
But again, he's an undercover cop. So he's like, no, no, that's too suspicious. We're going to do it at, your house. There's been a lot of robberies.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of robberies in the area. This is what we're doing.
Gotcha.
So they set the date for Wednesday, August 5th. And what Dalia would walk into would be the shock of her life. And this is where we are ending this episode.
Oh.
Surprise, there's 3. I hope we haven't lost you yet, because it's a roller coaster. But next week is going to be even more fun with way more clips that you can actually hear. So...
I'm excited.
Yeah, period, the end.
Yeah, this one's crazy.
Anywho, what's your plans for the rest of your weekend?
Probably working.
That's stupid. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I even have some time to record this episode.
I know.
We're batch recording. I don't know if I've said this before, but I mean, I'm a litigation paralegal, and we have a trial coming up, and it's really, really big, and I will be out of state for 2 to 3 weeks.
Which I'm going to miss you, but I get Khaleesi, so I'm cool with it.
Yes, she's going to be watching my dog for me. I will be working Saturdays and Sundays.
So fun.
Yeah, it's going to be something else.
You know what?
Hoping that it'll settle, but
that's what we're going to ask all of you to put that in the universe.
Yeah, everyone do a rain dance for me that or whatever, kind of like I don't know, do a sacrifice to the gods, whatever you need to do.
Just not anything alive
to get me out of this.
Maybe just sacrifice a Pokemon card here or there.
Trials are very fun to watch on TV. They're not fun to be involved in.
No.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
But you still love it. Like, I know it's annoying right now, but I'm putting that in the universe too.
Yeah, being a paralegal, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I mean, you're basically like the back end of everything. You're the ass of everything. So that's what I am. I'm an ass.
You know what's not a lot of work? Bartending. You shake up some drinks.
You want to switch with me?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to know what you're doing, though.
Same. You got to know what you're doing over here.
No, thank you. Thank you, no. Honestly, bartending is like being a therapist.
I would not be good.
Listen, the negativity that you walk out of there with, like I walk out of that door and I go, okay. I take a deep breath and like I release all the negative.
Can't you do like cleansing or something?
Oh, no. I mean...
Sorry.
People just tell you like all the shitty stuff. Like you hear some good stories like, oh, I went fishing today and I caught this. Great.
Yeah, but I mean like you need something like to protect your energy because soaking up all that negative energy is not good. Okay.
No. I protect myself going in and also going out. Good. I release all of it because
Get you some stones or something.
I've got all the stones, all the crystals and all that shit. I'm going to start sprinkling salt in my hair. So like nothing can come through.
Do a salt ring around you at the bar.
Yeah, maybe I will. The whole entire bar.
Yeah.
Just salt that shit.
No one would come in.
I'm gonna get the salt shaker and just sprinkle it around the whole place in the name of Jesus Christ.
The power
Amen.
of Christ compels you. And then you take a salt shaker and the salt goes in someone's eye.
Oh no. Lord forgive me.
Yeah. Well,
but
thanks for listening.
Yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Don't be one.
Don't be. Bye.
Bye.